you didn't know, Seollal, or Korean New Year, is one of the most important holidays celebrated in Korea. And this year, we officially had a 5-long-day holiday starting from February 14th till February 18th. So during this time, traveling anywhere in Korea is a stressful experience because the entire nation travels either abroad or to their family hometowns to celebrate it together. And trust me, you don't want to be anywhere in an airport or a train station or just simply on the road if you don't want to spend an entire day stuck in traffic. So here's one idea on how to celebrate Seollal in Korea as a foreigner: is to go on a trip to Yeongjongdo, which is an island in Jeon district of Incheon, an island where Incheon International Airport is located, as well as the famous Paradise Hotel where, if you know you know, contestants from Seoul and Ferry go to spend time together. And if you didn't know, it's actually fairly close to Seoul and it is surrounded by various beaches and creative popular cafes, making it perfect place for a one-day staycation. We're starting our journey in a little island called Wolmido, which is located in Incheon, that has a small amusement park where you can definitely walk around if you have time. It's various amusement rides, it had various vendors where you can definitely spend a good couple of hours in here. But the most important part, it has a ferry that transports you to Yeongjongdo as fast as 15 minutes. Because it was still relatively early in the morning, we decided to grab some breakfast in the Mega Coffee, and we grabbed some coffee, which is usually pretty okay in Mega Coffee, but the food is usually pretty bad. We ordered this bulgogi burrito, which looked nothing like in the menu picture, and we also ordered this salted bun, which is sogumpang, and it was okay-ish, but nothing too extraordinary. And we made a promise to each other that once we arrive to Yeongjongdo, we will visit a very famous bakery that sells sogumpang that Koreans absolutely love, and it's a really trendy place, and salted buns in there are actually pretty amazing. So that was our plan for the day. The tickets cost 3,500 won each, and you can board the ferry 10 minutes prior to departure time, and in this case it was 12 p.m. There were no railings in the dock, so make sure to be very careful. And once you actually go into the ferry, go all the way up to the second floor where you can see everything more clearly, and you can also feed the seagulls if you want, or just simply enjoy the view. The seagulls are actually pretty vicious around Wolmido because they already rely on people to feed them these very popular snacks they called seokang, and you can actually buy them on the ferry itself and feed them during the journey. We're both pretty scared of interacting with any animals, so we left the feeding to others, and you can clearly see how that went. And it actually surprised me that this ferry was still operational during Seollal, because if you don't know, almost everything closes down, all the restaurants, all the cafes, all the department stores, because it's time where Koreans need to spend with their family. But lately you can still find attractions and things to do even during Seollal. So like I've said earlier, it takes only 15 minutes to get from one island to another. So as soon as we arrived in Yeongjongdo, we went to this famous bakery / cafe right near the pier. The atmosphere in this cafe was relatively chill. If you want to sit on the side where the ocean view is, expect to be surrounded by lots of people. But if you don't want the view and you want to sit somewhere quieter, go to the other side, which is quite beautiful as well. And the cakes in there looked very pretty, but they are not that delicious, I must say. We picked a strawberry chocolate one, which was decent, but this tangerine one was full of cream and nothing substantial, really. They also surprisingly don't have simple black teas in their cafe, so we settled for grapefruit tea because we already drank coffee earlier in a Mega Coffee, and 2 cups of coffee in a span of 1 hour was too much for us. We also noticed this photo booth on the way to our Airbnb, and you know, I love photo booths. I feel like photo booths in Korea is one of my favorite little activity that you absolutely have to do when you're with friends, when you're with family, or even when you're by yourself, because the era that we're living right now, the digital era, is amazing and all for convenience, but we must preserve with physical reminders of the time we spent together, and photo booths are an amazing way to do that. After a little bit of walking around and also buying some essentials in a convenience store, we finally checked in into our Airbnb. We don't really need a big room for just the two of us, and I also always wanted to have the experience of living in a duplex where you have a bedroom upstairs and you also have the stairs to go up in. They're pretty common and they're pretty popular in Korea, especially in office towers or in apartment buildings, but I never had the chance of actually being in one or living in one. So I was always curious to see how it was like, and I thought that getting this Airbnb was a pretty good opportunity to see that. So I chose this one, and once you walk in, you can definitely see how clean it is, how polished it is. After we settled in, we spent a good couple of hours just watching YouTube together and laying on the couch because we were quite tired and we're also not really active people. And by the time it was already around 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., we decided to go out to eat dinner, and we wanted to eat something hot. We were definitely down for a soup, and we found this restaurant that was still working during Seollal. We called in beforehand to actually check if they were working. It was relatively new. I think they just opened, and we went and we really liked how clean it was, how friendly the staff was, and yeah, we just definitely enjoyed the food. Basically, we ordered Hotpot for 2 people and all the toppings, everything unlimited. So we just picked everything that we wanted to eat in our Hotpot. By the way, someone who eats Hotpot, can you guys educate me on how you're actually supposed to eat it? Because in my understanding, we just dumped everything inside and then we ate it like a soup. But maybe we're doing it wrong. We also didn't really order any meat with it, because I know you're supposed to eat meat with Hotpot. But we both were not really craving meat. We just wanted to eat vegetables and then maybe some sausages and tok. So we skipped the meat. But is that how you're supposed to eat Hotpot? I'm genuinely not sure, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. After eating something as dank as Hotpot, we definitely wanted to end the night with something sweet. So we ordered pinsu and we ordered some dessert from Solbing, and we ordered a half and half. One half is injeolmi tok and the other half was just strawberry with ice cream. And we also ordered this honey bread. So it's sort of like a honey bread toast that is covered in Nutella or chocolate and also strawberries.